I'm just gonna yell hi right when it starts.
Hi! Good morning, Internet. This is Josh Laughlin from the famous The Suite.
It's evening, though.
Not to
Wait, are we on? Right
Yeah,
now?
we're on. We've been on for
I didn't know.
this many seconds. Happy No Shave November.
I shaved.
We're going to make this an annual thing. Every November will be when we have a guest star. I mention you in most of my videos.
Yeah, you do.
Put this out real quick. I don't know if you can say it.
We're live!
You're welcome.
Since you're the first person on here that has any involvement with The Suite, and we're done with The Suite, we should probably talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
First off, Internet, thanks for watching The Suite, as I assume every single one of you did. Once again, this is Josh from that. He's the writer, the director, and actor in that.
Writing's kind of a loose term, though, because we don't actually really...
Nope.
We kind of have a loose copy
his
of what it
writing,
is.
his writing skills usually go to Steven rants here.
Nothing longer than 3 syllables. That's my writing skill. We have like 2 pages for a whole episode,
Yeah.
probably.
And everything you saw about NCC was true. And
Very
everything
true.
you saw about those characters was true as well.
Yeah, that's right. You really hated Nate when you first met him.
Nate was a huge douche.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just jealous of his perfect physique.
You can't say douche.
Gosh dang. Funny story though, Alex Hall really is like that. He actually wasn't supposed to be in the show. He just showed up and we decided to put him in it.
I'm not going to comment on this because I actually live here and I see him sometimes. So, I'm not. We're friends. Al, I love you. He'll probably cut
Hey
this
man,
out, but I love you.
Happy Harper Day.
Happy Harper Day.
A good transition from you just can't not smile on camera, can you? Josh
I can't forget we're live. I break a lot.
Josh was the best on camera because he can talk like a champion, but you put him in front of the camera and he says things all like, "I was hip in high school."
I really can't talk.
I had friends. I was hip.
This isn't that bad because I just feel like no one's really. I mean, well, our wives are here, so I've said too much already by saying no one's here. But
So I got 2 questions for you, Josh.
okay.
How's married life?
Are you asking me when I'm having
When you
kids
gonna have
next?
kids?
I knew it. I knew it. There's money. Married life is banging, and we will have.
I hope the mic caught
I
that,
hope.
'cause I
Why did you
really-
say that? Any other questions?
Well, for you fans of The Suite, you may be happy to find out that we do, in fact, have plans to film a 4th reunion episode.
Number 4. Like how many times I've sworn.
Followed shortly by the full-length movie. You'll see that in theaters.
A 2.5 hour.
2.5 feature film.
To be.
Someone does die.
Most of us will die.
Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Except for Dud, because whatever kills us forgets about him by the end of the episode.
And then we'll have the 4-hour extended version released to it. It won't be rated.
It'll be narrated by
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Half of that, James Earl Jones for the other half, and then we'll make 3 halves. That's how good a movie it'll be.
Oh yeah.
I have to think of somebody
It'll
who
be
would
a-
be no good.
it'll be a
as
trequel.
Who would be a terrible narrator?
Right.
We're talking about
terrible
who would be a bad
narrators.
narrator.
So narrating our movie in 2015 is Lydia Laughlin.
Hey! Rude.
That was you who said
was-
that. I won't do that.
Josh.
I'll film it though.
You'll film it. It's not banging tonight.
Nope.
You're responsible for everything your friends say. That's like how it works in marriage.
Yeah, that is kind of true. I guess
You're guilty by association.
Mm-hmm.
your face is so dark. We don't even see you.
You could be the new mascot for PreJudged and UnderEstimated, because
Don't scratch the table though.
all puggles are prejudged and underestimated. Aren't you, Roland?
Roland.
The gunslinger dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was just saying, depending on editing, a long time ago or a short time ago, we are planning on filming a 4th episode of The Suite.
Depending on editing.
And
A long time ago we talked about this.
is there anything you want? Can you give them a loose plot that doesn't give away too much, but gives them a
It'll
trickle?
be an episode full of betrayal, passion, and in the end unity among friends. But
Unity, like in every other episode where we end up fighting the whole time.
it's a what's the word I'm thinking of? How most families are in America. What is the word?
Dysfunctional.
A
Yeah, that's a
dysfunctional
great
unit.
term.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's out of my writing. That's, Dysfunction. Yeah, it's 4 syllables. Too much.
Have a dysfunctional fight.
I'll say have a, how most families are in America fight.
Yeah. Little known fact,
So
he actually wrote the entire script to every episode in haiku.
Yeah, 575.
Steve then gets real mad, yells at Nathan really loud.
Really is 2
Derek
syllables.
walks in room.
That's not bad. You know how my mom taught me how to do syllables? Is every
Yep,
time
the
I
jaw.
count down.
If your jaw goes down, it's a
I
syllable.
still do that.
Yep,
Sometimes
me
I walk,
too.
I'm like, I think every kid looks at me and is like, what's wrong with me? I'm trying to think of how to explain the next episode, but it'll be good. It'll be kind of a glimpse of our life after school, but I'm not totally sure on some of the things yet. I got some good ideas. They do.
We should kickstart this week. That'd be great. Get like tons of money and actually be able to like.
I mean, what would we do? We all work. How are we gonna actually? Would we quit our jobs and actually devote our lives to filming? Do you have a? Okay, let's have an honest confession here. Do you have a pipe dream to be really famous by some sort of YouTube series that you created?
I have a pipe dream to be famous by any means possible. So I
What
I have
lengths
YouTube,
are you willing to go
I have
to?
Instagram. Really, I just want to be famous so I can meet famous people. Does that make sense?
Do you think that's what everybody gets famous for? Is to meet
No,
famous
I think
people?
most people get famous for the money, but I just want to meet famous people. If for some way I could meet Zachary Levi, Nathan Fillion, Adam Baldwin,
I was just about to say, name me the top 5 people you want to meet. And you just
Alexis
named 3.
Denisoff,
You can't.
maybe Max Greenfield. That'd be pretty awesome. He'd be a great kid.
You want to meet Schmidt?
So I was thinking, yeah, those are my normals. Oh, Alan Tudyk. Now that I think about it, I would love to meet Alan Tudyk because he seems like such a great guy. Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, and Misha Collins. They
You're
probably
adding people to your list of
No, I know.
They're like
Those
8 or
3
9.
probably kick off some of my other ones. So it goes Zachary Levi, Nathan Fillion, and then those 3. Whoever else was there officially just got kicked off. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
That's how much I love
By Max
Supernatural.
Greenfield.
Yeah. Sorry, Max Greenfield and Alexis Denisoff.
You didn't make the cut.
Alan
You were
Tudyk.
prejudged and underestimated.
Even though Adam
And overthought of.
Even though Adam Baldwin did tweet me back, so he probably makes the list out of respect.
Very cool. Yeah, I always look at Lydia for approval of my laughter. Was that joke funny?
My wife is over the camera, so I can look like I'm actually like part of this story.
Was it funny?
No.
That's fine. Well, what's your shout out?
Oh gosh.
I mean, you always
And
have
a random
shout-out.
fact about me, which probably has been covered.
Ooh, we should do a random fact about, our-
Yeah. Josh is a huge fan of waking up 2 hours earlier than he needs to actually wake up, just so he feels happy about the fact that he gets to go back to sleep.
Come on, man. At least you heard a good song.
The problem with this is he didn't actually wake up to his alarm most of the times.
That is true. That's true.
So we'd all be sleeping in this room because we all slept in the living room.
I don't even have that
think
ringtone
we
anymore.
showed that in the suite. But and at the butt crack of dawn, like 4 in the morning.
3
in the morning.
3:53. That's when
We-
I wake up.
I just wanna break. By this point, every other person in the room's awake, and we are all yelling at Josh.
Andrew especially. He'd get really mad. But I mean, what better feeling? Try this out, okay? What better feeling is it to wake up in the middle of the night? You wake up, you think, oh, I gotta go to work now, and then you look at the clock and go, it's 3:53 a.m. I can sleep another 3 hours. I feel wonderful. It's like I got a reward for waking up. I was so excited, and then just what? No more.
Another fun story is, you professors from NCC, if you watch this, are going to like this. Some mornings we'd wake up as a room and just unanimously decide that none of us were going to class that day. And go back to
Steven,
sleep.
you got a class today?
No, I'm not going to
class.
Yeah, me neither.
What about you, Cuddy? No, not gonna make it. JJ or Andrew? No, I got a degree already. I don't want to go. All right, let's just go. We're all sick.
One time we turned our entire room into a blanket fort.
Blanket fort is great.
Honestly, the suite captures. It was a hyperbole of our dynamic. Like, a lot of what you see is just an exaggerated version.
That's fine.
But yeah. So
Yeah, it is a lot.
that really was like how things were. JJ honestly wore that stuff, and Isaiah really was.
That is true.
Isaiah was probably the most exaggerated.
The
but
good thing
he-
about the suite is that, do you remember when we tried to film it? Freshman year, we tried to film. We came up with the idea to do it, and we tried to film it, and it was so bizarre and off the wall. It didn't make any sense. It was a mess. And then we, 4 years later, somehow managed to scrape something.
the perfect set. We didn't have Nate originally.
No.
All
he
you
wasn't
Nate
there.
lovers out there, it would not have happened.
Oh, if he ever hit stardom, he'd be like a young Jude Law. Just.
Yeah. Oh, the high pitched singing thing and the shirtless bit was all true as well.
That's the other thing I can
Nathan.
tell you. Even though his singing voice is lovely, Nate, I love you, but he knew about 4 songs on the guitar that he would. He knows more than that, but it was like a continual loop of like something. Oh, here comes. All right, yep, another Dashboard Confessional song. Okay. Oh, little Jason Mraz somewhere in there. Back to Dashboard.
Back to Dashboard.
And then I'm gonna pull out this ukulele and play the same song for 6 hours in a row.
Half the time he didn't even sing. He just sit in a corner.
Actually, this is a fun fact. You have to put this in. I did learn.
Just don't cuss.
I did learn that our room was the Suite 101 is no longer a suite there. It is an admissions office.
Really?
Yep. So I think they just decided that
after
this
us
is too much.
Yep.
This
Too much history.
Yep. This has too much going on. We need to just make this into an office.
This room will never have as good
That was it.
It will never be as good as it was then. So
No.
why even try?
They just gave up. Now there's cool admissions people in there. I mean, where's your shout out to the Dark Tower series?
Ooh, I haven't read.
I mean,
you can shout. You'll do the
Stephen
shout
King,
out today.
I will shout out to
Yeah.
you. Okay, thank you for your great fictional book. Okay, I'm not so sure if it's not somewhat real because I'm just filled with your imagery. That sounded really sexual. No, but shout out to Stephen King. I love the Dark Tower series. Everyone should read it. And then shout out to Dave Ramsey also. I'm going to switch gears on that too. Financial Peace. Lydia and I just got done with it. It is the greatest thing. I have drank the Kool-Aid, and good for you.
Well, everybody,
Shout out to 401k.
shout out to 401. Shout out to Tangled and Dr. Horrible. Everything I see right now. Ticket to Ride.
Birds.
iPads.
Dogs.
Roland, the gunslinger dog.
Lights.
I love Lamp.
There's a
Oh, get a spatula.
there's a Turner here of some sort.
Turner.
That's the right one.
What?
That's what it is.
I had no idea.
'Cause a spatula
I've never heard of
Yeah.
that before. Did you know that, Carlin?
What do you what do you do with the spatula? Use it in a sentence.
I scraped the remaining cookie dough from the bowl with the rubber spatula.
I was hoping you'd use it like a. You know, yesterday I woke up and I spatulaed for a while. I was really hoping you didn't know, like, correct. Like, what is this word we're talking
Spatula
about?
is
Spatula.
Spatula is a form of undersea crustacean, and
Yes,
you can
found
eat-
in ancient Japanese tombs.
It's a Japanese delicacy, the spatula. Anyways, not that you guys are gonna know this, but we're at 30-some minutes here, so
31
we're gonna
minutes.
call this like it is. Dead. This has come to
I've enjoyed
fateful
this, though.
ending.
Fateful ending.
So once again, happy No Shave November. Thanks for tuning in, internet, and remember, my life goal is to be famous and meet famous people.
Let's make it
So
happen.
Zachary Levi, if you're watching this, you're my hero, and for the entire Supernatural cast, I will see you soon.
You're weird, dude.
I know.
You're weird.
Oh, that actually probably should have been our story. Is what you thought of me when you first met me.
Lydia said that. She said that we should talk
Yeah.
about when I first met you in the grocery store. We were at
Where
Target
the-
or
the
Walmart.
cashier
Where-
Right, Target is
used
where I work.
to meet
Oh.
together.
Are you two
together?
together? No.
Uh,
Yes.
not
Wait.
like- Not like this, but you know, we're
Not
friends.
like this.
We're not gay.
I'm not a homosexual, okay? You do what you want on your own time. It's America.
Well, internet.
See ya.
We come to a fitting conclusion to this episode of PreJudged and UnderEstimated.
Yes.
Thank you for watching,
Mm-hmm.
and this has been one heck of a day for us here
It
at
is.
the Laughlin house.
Yes.
I just wanna break you down so badly.
I want you all to know, in case the editing process doesn't catch this, he has a filthy mouth. A filthy mouth.
Dirty pirate hooker. That's what many people call me.
I'm just kidding. He just picks it up from Lydia.
She says a lot of things. I can't film
You only say what you hear on a regular basis.
it.
Shame on you.
I just wanna break you